Happy Thanksgiving 2021. Not much is happening here. So, we did actually have Thanksgiving plans, believe it or not. We were going to go over to my grandparents' house. Same grandparents that I did the appliance tour on a few months ago, have the direct drive washer, and the same ones that have the Subaru. That's not happening. So, basically, we were going to do that. And then on Monday, which would be the 22nd, yes, the 22nd, I was exposed to somebody that has the C word. And not the clap, something that's much, much worse than the clap. The really bad C word. Not that the clap isn't bad, but the worst C word, the much worse one. And that person, I was close to them. You know, I was near them for an hour on Monday. Granted, both of us had masks on and both of us are vaccinated. She has it. She has no symptoms. Her family has it. None of them have symptoms. I don't think I have it, but it's better to be safe than sorry, so we are not going to go near my grandparents and we're going to stay here. My mom was actually exposed on Saturday to someone who was not wearing a mask for a longer period of time. She was, but the person wasn't. So she was actually going to get tested yesterday. Today's Thursday, obviously. She was going to get tested yesterday. And then she was going to be negative, whatever. We would go, whatever. Instead, tomorrow, her and I are going to go and we're going to get the professional test. Now, I actually did a home test on Monday night, and it was negative. It was one of the ones you do at home. It was the nice one. But the problem is, even if I had it, it wouldn't have shown up. If I was exposed earlier that day, it wouldn't have shown up on the test. Again, I don't think I have it, and I don't think my mother does either. Even so, we're both vaccinated, so if we did, the chances of us even knowing that we have it are still very low. That said, I don't have any symptoms. However, today my throat's been a little dry. You gotta swallow more, there's more spit in there. My nose has been stuffy the past few days to a week, but I think that's more the weather because as luck would have it, it's fucking raining on Thanksgiving. Nice. It was actually nice yesterday. It was like 55. It was really nice. I would much rather have that weather today. It was almost warm enough where you could just use a sweatshirt and not even have a coat, which is rare for around this time. So we're going to have Thanksgiving here. I'm actually probably going to be able to get more video footage than I would going to my grandparents' house because they don't want to be filmed, whatever. My mother made a stuffing yesterday, and actually what we're going to do is my aunt, who's, came up from Ohio, she's been staying with my grandparents. She's going to actually drive halfway between here and Grand Blanc, which is where they live. And then we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to give each other some food. Because we were going to go over there, and they were going to host, and we were going to, have turkey and everything. They're going to give us some food. We're going to give them some stuffing, some Hanukkah gifts for my younger cousin. I'm going to get a Hanukkah gift from my aunt that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. And we're going to meet halfway, which would be Durant? Perry? No. I need to do better with geography. But that's what's going on. Now, you would think, that's all right. Nope. Yesterday, we had a giant, massive fail. And let me give you a hint. This piece of equipment that failed is something that, for some reason, we just have bad luck with. We had this happen in our old house, and it failed in such a way that it had to be replaced. I actually have footage of it being replaced that I've never uploaded. So basically, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Ready? We'll take you off the tripod. I'm gonna put it to you like this. Oh, well, Isaac, where's your car? Why isn't it in the street? Well, pan over the right a little bit. Well, you can kind of see it. Damn it. The post is in the way. It's in the driveway. You can see it right there. Now, you might be thinking, oh, there goes my neighbor. You might be thinking, well, Isaac, why is it in the driveway? Now, my father's actually out right now. He is meeting with a friend who came here to run the turkey trot in Lansing, and then they're meeting at a Starbucks outside, whatever, I don't know. He actually was parked on the other side of me last night in the driveway. Which, if you don't know the geography of our garage, my mother always parks on the... If you're looking at the garage from outside, she parks on the right side, which would be in front of my car. My father parks on the left side, closer to the mailbox. You might be thinking, well, Isaac, why is your car in the driveway? It's never in the driveway. And you're damn right it's never in the driveway. I don't like parking in the driveway. It's always over there. Well, there's two reasons. First of all, my car is in the driveway because my neighbors over here supposedly are going to have a big to-do and have a bunch of guests over, and my mom was like, Isaac, maybe you should park your car in the driveway, so they can use your parking spot, because if everyone here has guests over, this cul-de-sac is going to get full really quick. And so, basically, I was like, all right, fine, I'll park in the driveway, I'll just park behind you, whatever. I was actually out yesterday. I was giving my car a little drive. I just wanted to take it out. But, essentially... Got back, I parked in the street because I was thinking, oh well, if I need to move it, I'll move it later. Well, that's when disaster strikes. Now, like I said, my father parked in the driveway on the other side of me last night. That never happens. You will never see either of my parents park in the driveway. Seeing them park in the driveway is like seeing hell turn to ice. It never happens. In fact, in the 15 years that we lived in my old house, my father probably parked in the driveway overnight 5 times. My mother probably did it once. I'm dead serious. That's how much they don't do it. They don't do it here either. And I park in the street, stay out of the way. Like I said though, why the hell was my father, who never parks in the driveway, parked in the driveway last night? Well, let's go downstairs, and I'll tell you why. It's not good. Alright, so, turn the light on, and you see my mother's car. Everything looks normal, right? Let's go out here. Now, my father's obviously gone. Now you might be thinking, well, why isn't he parking in here? There's room, and there is. Well, let's pan up a little. There's a ladder. Now you might be wondering, what the hell is that for? Well, come over here. There's my car. Now you might be wondering, why the hell is the ladder here? Well, I haven't panned up yet. Let's go up. Up. Oh. Yeah. That's not what it ought to look like. A garage door bracket should be up, way the hell up there, attached to that mechanism. That's what it should look like. There's the old LiftMaster Formula One opener. Yesterday, we went out, took my mother's car, came back, and did what we usually do, which is shut the garage with the button, shut the door, go inside, la-di-da. Well, we heard this giant bang, and it actually, my mother described it as, it sounded like, I don't know what she described it. To me, it sounded like a car exploding, like a boom, but it was loud. It sounded like a sound you would get if a semi-truck went head-on with a car at 70 miles an hour. It literally sounded like that, or like a car just exploding, like a fuel tank rupturing, and pfft. That's what it sounded like. We didn't think anything of it. We look outside, everything's fine, whatever. So we come out here because we need to go somewhere else. Actually, my mother hits the clicker for the garage door opener, the button. The garage door comes up about 5 inches, and then it stops. It comes up to about where this metal bar is, where that would be, that's about how far up it went. And then it stopped. Now, nothing's blocking the sensors, obviously. So my mother's like, well, what the hell's going on there? So she hits the button again, and it goes down. This clicker, I need to stop calling it a clicker. This machine, this piece of equipment, when it is obstructed and it stops mid-motion and you hit the button, it goes down again. So, and then if you hit it while it's moving, it reverses direction. It doesn't stop, like at our old house. I think. I don't know. So, like, what the hell? it goes down. We do it again. Oh no, we only did it once. We go to close it, my mother does, and it stops. It gets stuck about here, couple inches. We're like, what the hell's going on? And the motor stopped. The motor quit. It stopped running. The lights stayed on, but the motor stopped. So we're like, oh God, what the fuck now? So we come over here, and of course the first thing you do when it gets stuck like that, because the motor froze up, is you come over here and you pull the release cord like this to release it from the mechanism. When we do that, this door falls about 3 inches, and it makes that exact same boom that we heard before. So we put 2 and 2 together. When we closed it the first time and didn't watch it, it got stuck about 2 inches above, and then somehow it detached itself. Not detached because this was attached. Something slipped, and it continued on downwards and bang. So we go up here, we pull it, we detach it. We can't figure out how to get this arm detached from up there, and it turns out there was a little pin with a little snap ring in it that was holding it in. So my mother goes up there with the ladder, undoes the ring, pulls the bracket out, and now the garage theoretically can just be opened by lifting. I just noticed that there's a lock right here. Is that what that is? I just noticed that this has that. I'm not gonna try it, but that's cool. I didn't even notice that. So this garage theoretically could be opened, assuming you are actually strong enough to lift it. Now at our old house, when our absolute hunk of crap all-o-matic machine, XJ81X has the same kind, but it's newer. Ours was extremely unreliable. It broke like once a year. The garage door at our old house was wood, if you recall, and it wasn't as big as this. We had a 2-car garage, but this is like a 2.5. But the door was wood, and it had a handle on the outside, so we had lifted it manually before. You know, we could manually lift it and then hold it up. You would think that this, being an actual metal door, you would think it would be lighter. Nope. This monstrously heavy motherfucker cannot be lifted. We tried. Believe us, we tried. 2 people, we could get it about 3 inches up, had to drop it. It's that heavy, somehow. I don't know why that is. I would think the wood door would be heavier, but maybe because the wood door wasn't... I really don't know. I'm lost. I don't know why it's so heavy. So that's not good, being that my mother's car is kind of in here. Luckily, we have 2 other vehicles, but that explains why my car and my father's car are not in here, or will be. We're getting it looked at. No, we're getting it fixed tomorrow. We discovered that one of the springs broke, and that's why it went... That thing is working fine. I'm not going to run it without anything attached, but I'll show you the light and everything. Still works. The covers on that have been missing since we bought the house. I don't know where they are. It's never had them, I guess. It's a chain drive unit. Liftmaster, Formula 1. It's probably original to the house. The house was built in 2001. This looks about that vintage. The garage door is also original, we believe, because it matches the color of the house and everything, and it's, you know, I don't see why it'd be replaced in 20 years. But yeah, so that's the excitement for today, Thanksgiving. My mother made this charcuterie board. So, that's salami. What kind of cheese is this?
Extra sharp cheddar.
What are these?
Those are pita chips.
These look like bell peppers.
They're tomatoes.
More cheese.
That's Gouda.
Those are pita chips.
Those are bagel chips.
Oh, bagel chips. Salami.
Soprasetta.
I don't know what that is. Is that
It's
type
an
of salami?
Italian meat.
That's grapes. Those are bell peppers.
They are sweet peppers.
Same thing. Olives. Those look like wheat thins.
They are.
That's salami. Or little, right?
That's salami.
Salami. What kind of cheese is that?
That's fontina.
That's another kind of spreadable cheese.
Spreadable garlic cheese.
Pickles, and then what is that?
Prosciutto.
What is that?
Prosciutto.
I've never heard of that either.
Italian meat. Well, taste it. I'll film you.
Nah. It's very elaborate and it looks good. I didn't even know we had a tray this big. Well, we're watching the Lions lose. It's 13-7 now, I believe. Yeah, there you go. Just started the second half. No surprise, of course. it's much later. It's 2:25 or so now, and we're about to leave and go to Durand or something and meet my aunt. And I don't know if my grandma will be there, but we're gonna drop the food off and basically get some in return because we can't actually. Well, we could go to their house, but it might be risky. I'm sure none of us have, but you know, just in case. So we're gonna do that, and I cleaned out my trunk by throwing everything in the back seat, so my back seat's full now. Okay, it's a little bit later now. It's 2:35. We got a text from my aunt a few minutes ago saying they're about to load up, and I realized that I probably could have parked in the cul-de-sac after all, because so far, neighbors only have 2 guests. So, yeah, but I figured I would show you before we go. There's my father's car. Once again, that's where he parked last night. But what I wanted to show you here is that my trunk, except for some pumpkin crap and some spilled, that stuff spilled a few months ago. It's like weed killer, I think. Pretty much cleaned out. There's the floor mats. And inside the car as well. It's been raining, but looks clean up front. And then you come back here and yeah. It is not ideal. I'd prefer not to have it be this messy, but oh well. This is all stuff that's normally in the trunk. Normally it's not messy back here. But yeah, my car has gotten a bit of a mess. Oh well. I'll put this back later when I have 2 hands. So yeah, we're gonna load up and hit the road. And this is the stuff we're taking. I actually didn't know we had a bag from Highland House. Not good though. They fucked up when they built the new building. So let's go. Alright, well we just got back. It's 3:40 and we just watched the Lions lose. We were listening to it in the car and they just lost. So that sucks. Right as we walk in, we see them lose. So yeah, I guess we're gonna eat now or something. I don't know really. I don't know what we're gonna do. Okay, we have sweet potatoes, stuffing from last night, turkey, rolls, cranberry, and pumpkin pie. Yeah, we don't have a lot, but this is more than sufficient, I think, for what we need. So, yeah, should be good. Cranberry. The canned stuff. It is so good. 2 types of pie. Pumpkin and ABC. That's Grand Traverse. This is Marie Callender. So, these will be good. Okay, well it is much later now. It is actually 7:40 at night. We've had dinner, we've had dessert. We had dinner at about 4 o'clock, maybe 3:30 or so. It was very shortly after we got back, about 4 o'clock. And we did some FaceTime with my grandparents, same ones I went and met up with. I opened a few Hanukkah gifts, which I think I'm going to show here in just a second, actually. And that's pretty much it. That was our Thanksgiving. Not much. We were going to go and celebrate with my grandparents, which actually probably would have warranted less video because I wouldn't have been filming there. But I will go ahead and show you here, before I end the video, what I ended up getting early Hanukkah gift, because I believe it starts on, Sunday, 28th. I'll show you that real quick. Pair of pajama pants that I think are probably too small for me, but we'll have to try them on. I don't know if I'll fit into a medium. Bit of cash. This cool sweatshirt. Of course, this is the best gift. Chock full of nuts, decaf. I don't know what the deal is, but finding coffee that, in my opinion, is the best canned coffee you can buy, probably the best coffee you can buy at a supermarket in general, it is basically impossible in the great state of Michigan to find decaffeinated chock full of nuts. You can find regular all day long, but decaffeinated is basically a no-go. So my aunt, who lives in Ohio, although hopefully for not for much longer, well, she gets it. I believe it's at Trader Joe's or something, but we do not get it. My grandmother likes it too. She always brings it up. I've asked her for a can for a while, and finally I have one. It's not a huge can, but it's a can nonetheless, and it's metal, which I love. It's not like this one that's just, cheap plastic one. So, very happy to see this. I will be enjoying that tomorrow morning. Beats the absolute shit out of Folgers, Maxwell House, anything you could buy. Much better. I also received this book. This was from my aunt. This is very cool. It's basically a big illustrated book about Family Guy's history. It's got all kinds of pictures and info about it. It's very cool, and I'm sure I'm going to be reading this all in one sitting because I do like Family Guy quite a bit, so that is awesome. I also got this notebook from my grandmother, and I go through notebooks and journals like crazy, so this is very helpful, and this is a nice fancy one, so that is definitely going to come in handy. So to recap, this as well as the articles of clothing, the pants, and the sweatshirt are from my grandparents. The Family Guy book, the cash, and the coffee are from my aunt. Okay, well, I think that's pretty much going to do it for the Thanksgiving video 2021 from Isaac24. I do want to add real quickly in the end here, the garage door is getting fixed tomorrow, Black Friday, so I might be able to record it, maybe, we'll see. Hopefully I can, though, but it will be fixed tomorrow. So that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe and click like if you like what you see, and follow me on the web, wix.com/theelevatorworld/fans. Bye-bye, and happy Thanksgiving.